Hey, what's up, guys? Max here, and the new Valiant daily card is pretty crazy. Okay, I know a lot of players are going to be picking this up, especially the Valiant players. They're going to be probably picking this up for a couple of days and a couple of weeks, and I see some of them that used to pick up the daily card consistently are going to go back to doing so, and that are Valiant players because of the current offers that it has and the value to those accounts and the players that do pie these daily. It's going to bring a lot of value to them, and especially for rank. It's basically rank up materials and possibilities of choosing, like getting some 7 stars. So I did pick up the web store, and the reason why I went with the web store is at the moment, by the way, you can double up on both the web store and in-game. So it's allowing you, I think that was always the case, has always been the case. So if you want to double up, I should probably stay the same. I don't know if Kabam is actually going to change that, where you just can pick it up once. But I think they've always allowed people to double up. So you get 1 Paragon crystal from the web store, and you get this special crystal as well that we're going to see me open here. Yeah, so basically the idea is to get some 7-star champions out of this, right? And not only are you getting crystals and 10% T6 fragment crystals, but you get the stamp, right? If you guys remember how the stamp works, you got to pick up 7 stamps, basically a week's worth of daily deals, which is $35. Or if you're doubling up, basically 4 days worth of deals, and you're going to be able to trade in your stamp. So here's a crystal, by the way. Here's the crystal that I was talking about. There's a chance, 2% chance of a 7-star, but there's a 7-star Nexus crystal which has 0.50% chance. So I don't think I'm gonna be picking this up a lot, to be honest. I think I picked it up today once just because I was on stream and it just seemed to be like, hey, let's celebrate. There was a huge moment on stream. Thank you, Nasty Dan, by the way, shout out, thank you, and everybody that was in the streams too as well. Yeah, there's a chance of you getting a 7-star from this crystal, as you can see, or a Nexus. So we end up getting a 6-star spoiler. 6-star. And it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. But the really juiciness comes from the Valiant stamp card. And the Valiant stamp card is what I wanted to talk about. So at the moment, you can trade in 7 stamps basically for a couple of options. You have 3,750 7-star shards, which is not the best. I would say it's not the best value. But if you're close to forming a 7-star and you want that to be the crystal you open, then yes. But I think you should focus it on more. If you're very, very close for the Titan crystal and you're like 1,500 shards away, that is probably where I would focus it on if I had to go on shards, right? But the other 2 resources, which are the middle ones, the rank up materials, 50% of a T6 catalyst fragment selector, basically giving you, what is it, 2 50%ers? Oh, it's 2. It's a fully formed catalyst, okay? Or this is where the money's at, really. This is where I think a lot of players are going to be picking up, as the T4 alpha catalyst fragment. So for me, if ideally, I think as I get closer to forming one, whether it's my next catalyst formed a couple of fragments away, I think that's when I'll probably be picking up this Valiant stamp card. I know what you're thinking. Max, you got to well out every single day for like 3 months, 6 months. But if you think about it, it really becomes expensive, especially if you're doubling up from the web store and in game. So like if you're picking up this every day, you're looking at $150. You're looking at $300 a month, basically, if you double up. And on top of that, you're still having to pick up some of the deals, some of the monthly cards, maybe early access bundles. So it will get very, very expensive if this is something you want to do. I mean, I'm not saying like discouraging or encouraging. I'm just saying, like, look at the situation. Sometimes the monthly cards are really juicy. And obviously those are going to be like a lot cheaper than $150 for an entire month. Sometimes they're only half a month, but and they come in at like 30 to 60, sometimes $100. I think is the most expensive card I've seen. Yeah, guys, this is incredible. I think a lot of Valiant players, a lot of just feedback from the communities like, hey, where are the Valiant rewards? When are those coming? And finally, they arrived kind of randomly on a freaking Monday towards the end of the month of February 26th. But yeah, I think for the big whales, the spenders, the big spenders, especially, or just not just necessarily big whales, but just spenders in general that used to pick up the stamp, I think are going to appreciate the Valiant. Now, if you're Paragon and you're just right to become Valiant, I think, and you are okay with picking up deals daily from the web store, in-game store, you're gonna love becoming a Valiant and seeing these deals, you know, whether it gets you another 7-star, a 10-shot or a crystal, or another closer to another rank 3 because of the catalyst and of the fragments, the T4 fragments. You know, overall, I think it's pretty cool. But guys, let me know your thoughts. You know, I said the crystal looks like you can double up. So is it going to change? Here's the concern. I think this is the concern that everybody has all the time. Is this going to create a gap between the people that are spending $5 every day, doubling up on that $5, spending $10 a day, with the people that are not spending it, or the complete free-to-play player? It is going to create a gap, but it's not going to be an instant gap. And the players that are picking this up daily, you're going to start noticing this gap kind of be created within about like 2 to 3 months. That's on average how long it takes for these deals to really make an impact. Because on top of that, they're going to be picking up all the other deals that, you know, show up in the game. So you'll see that it's not going to be immediately. I think it's going to be within the next 2-3 months. Is where you start seeing a multiple, big accounts with like a bunch of rank 3s, or more, or like one extra rank 3 than you normally have. Other than that, you know, everybody should be fine. I think it's a really good addition, for a nice touch for the Valiant players. Let me know if you're going to be picking it up. Like I said, for me personally, I think I'm just definitely going to keep it towards the end of me forming a catalyst, and not necessarily at the like every single day. And I'm very close to forming my third T4 catalyst, which is why I picked it up, and also to talk about it in this video. But yeah, guys, congrats on everybody that's picking up the daily card and going to trade it in for the stamps. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.